I used to be depressed when I was a teenager, and maybe even a little bit into my 20s, 21, maybe just 20 itself. And when I say depressed, I don't mean, occasional sadness. I mean, perpetual state of feeling like I don't belong in my own skin, total disharmony with the world around me, just a profound sense of being lost. And I'd be sitting in class sometimes, and I'd just have these surges of emotion where I'd be either holding back tears or unable to hold back tears and hiding my face, because I would be so suddenly and without any sort of provocation or stimulus, just completely despondent. And that was my life. It was my mindset, 24/7, just day after day. I didn't even aspire for happiness at some point. You reach a point in your own depression where you don't even want to be happy anymore. You just want to not be perpetually sad. You just wish that something would happen to make you stop feeling all this pain. And people are very little help for the most part, because you tell them about how you feel, and all they want to do is call you a whiner and point to people that have it so much worse than you. Because, human beings don't think of themselves in terms of brain chemistry. They don't look at the inner experience. They only look at the outer stimuli. So if you're sad for no reason, then all people see is that there's no reason. They don't care about the fact that you're still sad regardless. There came a point, though, and I don't know what necessarily brought it on, if it was just something that happened on a purely, no matter what it was something that happened on a chemical level, but I don't know if it was something that happened unconsciously, or if it was a conscious decision on my part. But there came a point where I just stopped giving a fuck. When I just said, fuck the world. And I dug into myself, and I found a measure of contentment. And it's always been inside me. It's like I'm living in this world of darkness, but I carry within me this little tiny flame that staves off the darkness. And I have to keep that kindled. I have to keep that lit. And it can only come from within me. It can't come from anybody else. It can't come from anything else. Life will deliver you happiness in spurts. It will deliver you misery in spurts. There's always going to be the day when the movie you've been looking forward to comes out, or you get more attention from a beautiful girl than you ever imagined you would, or something fortuitous happens. And then there's always going to be days where your dog dies, or you fail in something that your heart was into. there's always going to be those dark moments, and there's always going to be those little bright moments too. But that's not what it's about. It's about what is your normative emotional state going to be, and how can you control that? And I found that the way that I was able to control it was to say that whatever happens in the world, whatever the stimuli is, whether it be something beautiful or something horrible, I've always got the flame on inside. And it's never going to be extinguished until my life is extinguished. And that flame is, a lot of it's about letting go. It's about saying, I no longer seek happiness. I no longer seek release. I no longer seek these things. I don't seek emotional rewards any longer. Now I just seek experience. You know, if I go see a movie, it's because I want the experience of that movie, not because I'm expecting it to make me happy. If it does, that's beautiful, but it's a beautiful accident. You know, if I see a girl that I think is beautiful, you know, and that makes me feel good, that's a beautiful accident. You know, it's a subtle line, I think, between trying to find an emotion out there somewhere and instead focusing on the actual experience, the event, and then just letting the emotion be what it may, and embracing that, and knowing that whether it be a positive experience or a negative one, it doesn't matter, because you still have your inner contentment. You still have that part of yourself that is your shield against the darkness of the world.